What's up, guys? Super Effective 87 back again with another post-narrated battle. This time it's on Showdown. I like Showdown better than PO in some aspects. The tiers are awesome. There's no stupid Tornado's T or Deoxys D, and they have this replay system, which is great because I have a pause button, speed up button. I just like it. I'm using a team that me and Captain Jerwal made. I'm gonna link him in the description. Everybody go check him out. He's got great content, and he's a great narrator, and great friend. The team we created, I'll just go through it a little bit. We got choice banded Tyranitar with the more special defensive spread, so I can take on Volcaronas better, which is kind of a big threat for this team. And then we have Trick Room Reuniclus, which is such a great Pokemon. If you haven't tried it out, try it out. Oh my gosh, I love it. It's so anti-metagame, and I like Pokemon like that. So next we have especially defensive Jirachi with enough speed to outspeed max speed Jolly Scizor, and I also have Fire Punch so I can severely weaken them. It doesn't kill because I don't have any attack investment, but it does like 71%. Which next you'll see Latios with enough HP and special defense investment so I can live +2 modest Venusaur's Sludge Bomb after Stealth Rock, and then KO back with my Psychic Stab. Next we have Breloom, which is low sweep instead of Swords Dance, and then it's just standard Technoloom. I like low sweep better because I can catch Starmies on the switch and KO them with Bullet Seed, and then I can catch Landorus Eyes on the switch and KO them with Bullet Seed. It's not a guaranteed, but it's a very good chance. And then we have Nidoqueen. You might be wondering why I have Nidoqueen, but it's one of the best things you can have for Terrakion, and its coverage makes it extremely hard to switch into. And with that, I think we can just get on to the match. I'm going to lead with Breloom as he leads with Gliscor. I didn't want to stay in because there's no point for me to, really. He's going to win this matchup because I have no boosts, and he has acrobatics apparently. So I'm going to go into my Latios, and here I'm going to predict his Tyranitar and go into Breloom. But he stays in and protects, which is weird because there's no reason I wouldn't go for a special move. Here he's going to crit me with acrobatics, so I have to go for recover as he protects, which is a weird play once again. Here I'm going to try and go into my Nidoqueen because I didn't want to mess around anymore, and I'm just going to go for Ice Beam. He's going to protect, give me more leftovers HP, sorry, because he's a nice guy. Here I'm going to predict this switch out and go for Earth Power, and I get him right with Gastrodon. Here, he doesn't have an item. I should have noticed this, but he has Smashrodon. My friends on Skype are going to like this, because this is the team I was trying to use, but I wasn't able to because, I don't know, I was all tired out for making teams because I made like 3 this weekend. And I said, yes, Specs Gastro because I love that Pokemon. So here I'm just going to stay in and go for Bullet Seed and catch his Gliscor on the switch, and I really was praying for 5 hits so I'd be able to kill him with max damage too. That'd be awesome. But no, I don't get it. Here I'm going to leave in Breloom because I didn't want to switch anything out, and he's just going to fling his Toxic Orb at me, so that's kind of weird. I'm going to Bullet Seed and kill him. Thankfully, I'm going to be whittled down by the residual damage, but I have enough HP for one more hit, so he's going to go into Garchomp, and I really didn't want this thing to set up on me, so I went for Bullet Seed, and my guess was right. He is a setup set, so I'd go for Bullet Seed. I'm able to break his sub and get damage off on him. This thing is a really big threat to this team, and I'm glad that I didn't let him set up, because if I would have just Mach Punched like he was expecting, then that would have really sucked because he would have had a sub up and something would have died. And yeah, it would just be awful. Here I'm going to go into Latios, try and scare him out, but he is not scared, ladies and gentlemen. He's just going to outrage. So I'm going to go into Jirachi, take the outrage, and I'm going to go back in, not back into Nidoqueen, go into Nidoqueen, trying to kill him with Ice Beam, but no, he gets the 2-turn outrage, and he has Lumberry, so he doesn't even get confused, which is awful. So I'm going to switch out so I don't take Earthquake, and I do the very obvious play and go into Latios. Thankfully, he does not predict it, and I'm able to kill him with Draco Meteor, because he hasn't been predicting up until this point. I don't think he's going to do it this time, because I think he doesn't care. He'll just think, I'll just switch in Tyranitar now, after he kills this thing. But no, you're not supposed to do that because Tyranitar is bulky enough to take anything. Unless you're Rain Dance Latios. So he's going to bring in Tyranitar this time. I'm just going to switch out because I may as well try and save it. Maybe he'll set up rocks, which he actually does do. And I'm just going to go for Iron Head, get a huge chunk of damage off with Jirachi. Or I think I Stealth Rock. Yeah, sorry, I Stealth Rock. And he's going to go into Gastron. I'm going to switch out, not wanting to take the Earth Power. And I'm going to go into Tyranitar, predicting him to predict my Latios. Because I was going to switch into that to take the Earth Power. And I was ready to hit something really hard with the Choice Banded Stone Edge. But no, he freezes me. And you could see in the chat that I was like, no! There's nothing on his team wants to take a Choice Banded Stone Edge. It would hurt everything. It would, just be beautiful. The damage. What sound was that? Oh, I'm a horrible narrator. Here's gonna Rapid Spin and take away all my hazards. And this whole thing, I'm gonna speed it up because it's just me trying to unthaw. No, not unthaw. Thaw. And get off a Stone Edge and hopefully kill / severely dent something. He's gonna go into Gastron. No, I'm still frozen. I'm gonna try and unthaw. No, not unthaw. Thaw. And he's gonna kill me with a crit Earth Power. That might have mattered because I'm especially defensive. Here I make a misclick and go into Latios. Or I go into Jirachi and then I go back into Latios because that's what I wanted to do in the first place. And I'm going to go for Recover because I need some health back. And then he's going to go into Tyranitar. And I'm going to switch out as he goes for Dragon Tail. So, I don't know why he has Dragon Tail. Okay, whatever. It works out for him, so I'm not going to knock it. It brings him back in my Latios, which is awful for me. And I'm just going to try and go back into my Jirachi, and he goes for Stone Edge. I obviously wasn't going to stay in. And if he was no, he wasn't predicting anything. But here, I'm going to Iron Head, knock at the flinch, but thankfully he misses Fire Blast. Here I'm just going to go for Fire Punch. Do I go for Fire Punch? No, I don't. I go for Iron Head this turn. And then I'm going to try and Iron Head again. Maybe? Yes, Iron Head again. I don't get the flinch and he gets off the Recover. Which is awful. I know I shouldn't hope for hacks, but I really wanted it. Here I'm going to Fire Punch, predicting a Scizor, and this got me a lot of momentum. It makes it so I'm able to kill him with Reuniclus. And Reuniclus is actually looking really great for my win condition right now because everything is weakened. And I'm going to go for Fire Punch again as he goes into Tentacruel, but it does nothing obviously. Here I'm just going to switch out into my Latios, and he goes for Scald. I believe he burns me too, so that's so much hacks, dude. I guess it didn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, but it was annoying. So I'm going to Draco Meteor here, and it doesn't kill him. I was predicting Tyranitar, but he didn't predict this whole game, so why would I think he would do that? Stupid of me. Here I'm going to die to residual damage, and his Tentacruel is just sitting there, and he's still alive. But this gives me a chance to bring in the monster that is Reuniclus. He's going to knock off my Life Orb, so he's not that much of a monster right now. No, he's still a monster. What am I saying? And then I'm going to go for Trick Room, and I should have seen this coming. I saw this coming. I knew he was going to go into Tyranitar, but I did not want to act on it because I'm a very safe player. If I did act on it, and, well, really I was in a great spot to predict, so I don't know why I didn't do it, but I like to play safe a lot when I battle, but I knew he was going to do this, and it would have been great for me if I acted on it, because then I could have just Psychic, but no, I didn't, because I wanted to play safe. And here I knew he was going to do this. He's going into Tentacruel again to waste my Trick Room teams. Trick Room turns. But I didn't double Psychic because, once again, I wanted to play safe. I am able to kill his Tentacruel with 2 Focus Blasts, though, so it's not that bad, but still, it would have been better for me because I probably would have been able to end the game there. But no, I wasn't able to. Drawn it on a little bit longer. Here, I'm like, well, I'm going to have to flinch his whole team, but Reuniclus pulls it off. He's like, hey man, I can see you're in a tough spot right here. I'm going to get the crit for you. And I'm like, oh, thank you so much, Reuniclus. He's just pulling his weight. He's such a great Pokemon on this team. He's just great. I train my Pokemon well, lots of Pokeblock, whatever. And they get crits for you. So you know, if you want crits, feed your Pokemon Pokeball. That's the moral of this battle right here. But unfortunately, he's gonna have to die here because he told me he was getting tired, so I'm gonna let him have a little break in the dirt because he's dead because bugs hurt, stingers and stuff. Um, yeah, I'm an awful narrator. Here, it's pretty much my game because Reuniclus is a monster and he crit his Gastrodon. I can just flinch his whole team with Iron Head, hopefully. But I'm gonna go into my Nidoqueen so I don't have to do that. I'm gonna Earth Power. It does it way too much, so he must be running some weird spread. Anyways, I am able to Earth Power and do enough damage so that Droxy can come in, and Iron Head is Tyranitar, and then Fire Punch is Scizor. So that's going to be the game, guys. Like if you enjoyed it. Shows me that I don't suck at narrating as much as I think. Comment because I like comments. Subscribe to Captain Jerwal because he's a really great narrator and great friend, and he's a great team builder too, and he's great at this and great at that. Yeah, I think that'll be it. Me and Jordan are planning on uploading. Well, we are almost finished PokeMMO, but we haven't uploaded every single episode of it. So once we're finished that, we're gonna start a new Let's Play of some other game. I forgot what he said it was called, but apparently it's some scary game. So you're gonna hear a scream. Jordan screams like a girl, so make sure you don't use headphones when you're watching that. And me and him also started Blaze Black 2 and Volt White 2 to replace our randomizer Nuzlocke that unfortunately ended. And yeah, I think that's it. So with that, I'll see you guys later. Bye.